Very good evening and welcome to Empire Ballpark here in the West for what was supposed to be the Perth Heat and the Canberra Cavalry, but the Brisbane Bandits are in town as 2020 if nothing is as it seems. But we have baseball in the West, which is very exciting. It's Friday night baseball. Paul Morgan's my name. Lockie Dale joining me as well. And Lockie, it's last-minute effort. You were involved in it a lot, but of course the border restrictions meant Canberra Cavalry couldn't come to town. But the Bandits at the last moment have saved the day for baseball.
Absolutely. No, we're very fortunate for the Brisbane Bandits coming to the party. It's been a very interesting 24 hours, and we're just glad we can get some baseball for our fans and get some action out there for the boys to play on the field. So, yeah, thank you to all involved, and we'll probably talk more about that throughout the night, I'm sure. But lots of effort, 24 hours, and we're ready to go.
Yeah, indeed. We'll take you downstairs for the national anthem. Back, beautiful night here, of course, 32 degrees today. Perfect night for baseball here in the West as we head downstairs for the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I now please ask you to stand and remove your caps for the acknowledgement of country and the national anthem. I wish to acknowledge the custodians of this land, the Whadjuk people of the Noongar Nation, their elders past, present and emerging. I acknowledge and respect their continuing culture and the contribution they make to the life of this city and this region. Can you now please remain upstanding for the national anthem performed by Lavinia Chinnery from Class 8 Performers.
Australians, let us rejoice, for we are young and free, with golden swords, wealth for toil. Our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strength and let us sing. Advance Australia fair.
The anthem is another great anthem in the books to start the season. Well, start the almost regular season, but tonight, of course, more for the love of the game rather than points as the Brisbane Bandits futures are in town taking on the Perth Heat here at Empire Ballpark, which set to be a great evening. We'll run through the Brisbane Bandits lineup first. And the Bandits will look like this. Leading off will be Dermot Fritsch playing shortstop wearing number 27. It'll be Jacob Nielsen. And number 17, the third baseman. Liam McDonald will play second base wearing number 26. Carl Hoschke, the centre fielder, number 48. Kyle Pike, the first baseman, number 35. Sam Campion, the centre fielder, number 34. Jay Myers, number 37, the catcher. Alex Skepton, the right fielder, wearing number 20. And Tim Preston, the designated hitter, wearing number 13. Riley Moore on the hill as well. Lockie, of course, Riley, a local product as well, helping out as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He's coming from Swan Districts Baseball Club, so a big shout out for Arnie Knoll and the crew out there, allowing Riley Moore to step up and take part in tonight's game. So Riley Moore toes the rubber, left-handed arm. Hopefully help out probably 3 or 4 innings and see how he goes, and should be exciting.
Should be indeed. And the Perth Heat now will have a look at their lineup for the first time in a new white kit as well, the Heat as well. Tim Kennelly will lead things off in left field. It'll be Grant Witherspoon, one of the Tampa Bay Rays, with Robbie Glendenning back again. Ford Proctor, another Tampa Bay prospect as well. Ulrich Bialski, the designated hitter, batting at 5th. Batting 6th, Abazil Ramirez. Then it'll be Alex Hall behind the dish. Sam Kennelly batting 8th, and Shane Sasaki, the centre fielder, also Tampa Bay Rays. And Lockie, Ramirez is probably high ceiling there. A lot of these Rays prospects, of course, over the years have done incredibly well when they've come to the Heat, and you'd know them better than me. And who's the ones to watch?
Yeah, I mean, I love them all already. They're absolutely fantastic guys. They've obviously been through a bit of a tough time jumping on a plane at pretty last minutes or short notice from the US, going through quarantining, finding their ways to Australia via Qatar and Doha, getting into Perth. Out of quarantine probably a bit ago. I'm really excited to see. If I had to pick one, my pick to click might be Grant Witherspoon.
There you go.
No other reason other than I saw him swing the other night and hit an opposite field home run, hit a pull home run, and I think he can spray the ball with power. But yeah, I mean, Shane Sasaki taking on centre field for the Heat this year. There's something that we wanted to address is some speed on the lineup. Shane Sasaki can fly, 99th pick overall in the 2019 draft. Be exciting to watch out of high school. Means Tim Kennelly can catch a breather and play left field, which will be exciting, and it should be good to see.
Of course, that man on the hill is going to be great to see as well. Dylan Unsworth, at one point we thought he could have been with the Tuatara, but back for the Heat. Of course, Unsworth, the Heat ace last season, tossed 10 consecutive quality starts to finish off the regular season last year. He became the first Heat pitcher to record 8 in a row in a single season, then added 2 more to pad his mark at 10 on the season. Unsworth had 10 quality starts in all 10 starting assignments in 2019-20. So that he was phenomenal last year, Lockie. And how do you feel? Quarantine, of course, no, he didn't play during our winter, the Northern Hemisphere summer. I mean, what do you expect from Unsworth tonight, and what's, I guess, the general expectations at this point?
Yeah, I think he's as well prepared and as a best professional that you can get. He's done all the work in the off-season. We've been obviously staying in contact and knowing exactly what he's up to. So he'll be pretty sharp tonight. Probably go 3 innings, maybe 4 maximum, just as he starts to work back into his season.
The rally train rolls by. Unsworth throws the first pitch. It is to Dermot Fritsch, who fouls it off behind the bar into the brand new Baseball WA Museum as well, which we'll talk plenty about in the broadcast as well. If you haven't come out to Empire Ballpark, make sure you come out and check out the museum. A lot of fine work done there as Unsworth deals again. One banged up second baseman. Ramirez will take a couple of steps, throw across to Sam Kennelly. First out.
Really smooth play. I think we'll be getting used to see Ramirez making a lot of plays. I think he's going to create a few highlight reels at the same time. He's a smooth mover in defense. Probably alternate flip-flop a little bit with Jesse Williams, Robbie Glendenning and Ford Proctor, and a little bit of infield work throughout the year.
So Jacob Nielsen now for the Bandits. Unsworth's first offering is straight to Robbie Glendenning at short. Glendenning throws across to Kennelly. Second down.
Smooth work for Robbie and Dylan, picking up exactly where he left off last year. A lot of pitch to contact, ground balls, making the hitters hit and letting his defense do the work.
Bringing up Liam McDonald for the Bandits. The new kit this year, of course, changed their colour scheme a little in the off-season. Unsworth throws again. That one inside, 89 on the gun.
I love the uniform. I think it's nice and bright.
Yeah, it is.
Doesn't pop. It's got some great colours, blue and gold, blue and yellow.
The Heat with a new kit as well. That one 89 as well. So now they've got the tricolour hat as well, the Bandits, as we look down on there on the third base dugout side. As Unsworth goes again. Behind the plate tonight is Ryan Harder, Peter Bowie over at first base, Mike Penn second base, Chris Rapley over in third base.
It's great to see Ryan Harder step up as crew chief in WA now.
That one's banged down to the third base side. Ford Proctor throws across to Sam Kennelly. 3 up, 3 down as the Heat get the job done. They'll take the bats now, and pretty handy way to start, Lockie.
Yeah, pretty good to get in and get out. Smooth defense. Nice pitching by Dylan. Worked fast and got the desired result. So, yeah, just mentioned obviously Brett Robson. Hopefully we see him back out. I'm not actually sure if he's retired, semi-retired, half retired, but he's taken a step back from crew chief. Ryan Harder will be assuming that role after many years in, I guess, the ABL, heading up as an umpire. So, taking the next step up to lead the WA contingent. Obviously, Pete Bowie, long-time umpire. Mike Penn stepping up, and Chris Rapley, veteran of the ABL and the State League competition.
The man on screen now is Riley Moore, which wearing the Bandits uniform for the first time, but product of the Swans Baseball Club here in the West.
Even got my scouting report wrong. Thought he's a left arm. He's a right arm.
Yeah. Maybe just throwing you off for the. Maybe he's going to swap gloves, swap hands in a minute. But
and we'll get to it shortly. But we had, as some people could probably imagine, we had multiple rosters going backwards and forwards over the last 24 hours with Canberra, Brisbane, and Perth for making up some players in the in an ABL lineup. And at one point we had 6 Rileys scheduled to pitch for Canberra. But obviously not to beat. But Riley Moore was always slated, and again he'll probably go 2 to 3 innings. We think tonight. I think following up after him, G from Guillaume de Gay. I'm not sure of the pronunciation. I'm sorry, G. But Guillaume, a standout performer in State League Baseball for a number of years now. Will be towing the rubber as in relief. Followed up by potentially some other arms that we'll talk about it shortly.
So as he's done for a long time, the captain of the Perth Heat, Tim Kennelly, comes up to lead things off. Bottom of the first, just rolling here in the West. No score in this one. Riley Moore, the pitcher for the Bandits. Tim Kennelly in the box. This pitch is low from Moore. So defensively, the Bandits look like this. They get Alex Skepton in right field. Carl Hochke in the centre field. Sam Campion in left. Will take the pitch. And Kennelly just watches that one go through for a strike. Nielsen at third base. Dermot Fritsch, shortstop. Liam McDonald, the second baseman. Kyle Pike at first. Jay Myers behind the dish for Brisbane. 89. Not sure if the gun's actually stuck on 89 or not. Must have a look, but every time I look up it says 89. So
just consistency out of pitches is what we like to see. No, it's flicked off. It's working fine.
A bit stuck in the netting, or look at the replay here. Kennelly swung and
I can't see it. I don't know where the ball's gone.
Well, Kennelly's advanced to first anyway.
That's a great start by Riley Moore as well. I mean, Tim Kennelly is arguably one of the toughest outs in the game of baseball, so to be able to get him to strike out, albeit pass ball and made it on, but it's a great first at bat. And then we'll see Grant Witherspoon, my pick to click for the year.
It is indeed. Grant Witherspoon, of course, part of the Tampa Bay contingent that has come through. So drafted by the Rays in the 4th round of the 2018 MLB June draft. Well, it's just soaring over our head.
No, not wasting any time, getting in there, getting his licks in. So I think one of the things for tonight, we're trying to get as many at-bats into the Rays guys as possible. Fortunately, a lot of the Aussie guys have been playing club baseball, and they're already up sort of, almost 10 or 12 games of preparation, trying to get expedite the process for these guys as well.
The notes on Witherspoon from the Rays prospect guide is got plenty of speed. He also made mid-season all-star team, played out of university in Tulane down there in Louisiana. And how good I must say for this concept though, mainly the Brisbane, if I can speak, the Brisbane Bandits futures, but also guys like Riley Moore, huge opportunity for all these guys to play in Friday night baseball at this level.
That is the most exciting thing that we've been able to pull together within 24 hours. So obviously caps off to Mark Reddy and Dave Nielsen and the team at Brisbane. There's obviously being across a lot of the behind the scenes and I guess the philosophies, which is great to see the same, to be able to try and provide an opportunity for young players that may have been looked at from different areas and different walks of life, to be able to provide them an opportunity to play on the big stage, play in front of a nice crowd and get a taste for ABL experience. For the Bandits guys, I'm sure they're going to get a buzz out of it, and it's only going to help their preparation.
3-2 counters. Witherspoon bangs that one up the middle for a base hit. You might be on tonight, Lockie, with that pick to click.
Pick to click, 8 for 8. Hopefully in this weekend it'll be good to go. Good to go.
So Kennelly advances to second with the spoon. As you see there, just nice contact up the middle. And Robbie Glendenning now coming up. And Glendenning, he's only recently returned to Perth few weeks back.
He actually got out of quarantine after a lot of the race guys. So probably Tuesday, maybe a week ago, 10 days ago. So he's tried to keep fit as much as possible. We had the fortune that stayed in America a long time.
So Glendenning, and he's brought along Bo Salsa with him as well, teammate who we will see probably tomorrow.
Tomorrow night. So Bo Salsa will start tomorrow night. But yeah, Robbie fortunately stayed in the US, worked out a lot with Aaron Whitefield. Obviously, he got the call up to Minnesota for a while, but Robbie was working out as much as possible and get back and trying to get at bats and try and make up for the season that was lost in minor league baseball. So great to have Robbie back again, and so definitely a sense of maturity in the last few weeks. Just talking to Robbie over the last couple of months, I think he's really matured a lot.
Riley Moore bangs one in for strike, 88 miles an hour, 1-2 count on Glendenning. Beautiful night for baseball, though, as mentioned. Good crowd rolled in as well, of course. It's a beautiful part about the West. A lot of baseball fans here, and even though this one's not for points, plenty of people coming out to support baseball and the Heat. And watch what's happening there as Glendenning gets that one straight to the shortstop in Dermot Fritsch. Makes a terrific catch and almost gets Kennelly at second, but Fritsch moved beautifully for that one as we take in the replay.
Yeah, it's almost there. It's just good base running by Tim. Obviously, experienced veteran player out there, knows what to do, freezing the line drive and head back in that situation to avoid the double up. But good to see some barrels from Witherspoon and Robbie early on, which is good. And time to see Ford Proctor go to work.
Ford Proctor, arguably this year's best name in baseball.
Clifford Proctor, shortened it up to Ford.
Has it?
Yeah.
There you go. Ford Proctor, drafted by Kansas City originally in the 40th round of the 2015 draft.
Should say Jay Clifford.
Jay Clifford. It is Jay Clifford.
Yep, so a bit of a conversion from shortstop infield, shortstop second base to catching. That was the plan for the spring training and the season in the minor league baseball, but obviously cancelled. So opportunity for him to come out and work on that craft alongside Alex Saul. So I'll probably split some time, 2 and 2, 3 and 1, whatever it may be. Make sure he gets that bat. He can definitely swing the bat and put some good numbers in his pro career so far. It'd be a nice addition to the Heat lineup right in the middle.
He did see some action in 2020. Played in that Constellation Energy League in Texas as he's hit there. The bases loaded now for the Heat. Hit by Riley Moore. To Kennelly to third.
It's interesting. Ulrich is locked in. We've seen a couple of moonshots already in some preseason games and some scrimmage work. So you see Ulrich will probably be pretty good locked in. An opportunity for the Heat to put some early runs on and get the season off to a good start.
So Ulrich made the switch to the Morley Eagles this year in the State League. How's he going at Morley? Is he?
He struggles. Struggles to find a spot in the team, but I'm sure we'll take him. Ulrich skipped last year in the club season, just focused on the ABL, getting ready to go back to spring training. Had some time off and was living more south of the river. Changed living address. He's up in Naranda around the corner.
As Moore does some handiwork, throws to Myers, and Ryan Harder calls out Kennelly at home.
In a 2020 year of strange things happening, a pitcher bouncing off the mound, barehanding, making a load of bases play to home plate is going to be one of the...
It was a pretty play as well.
Great take by the catcher there as well. So that's that was tricky. That was coming in hot, short distance, and managed to spike him. But we'll stop the Heat guys from scoring a run. And here's my other pick to click in future years. Is Abizel Ramirez.
Abizel Ramirez. There's a lot to like about him. We
had a little bit of a scouting report from our main man and future also, so previous coach, Craig Albanese, obviously moved from the Tampa Bay Rays to being coaching staff in the major leagues with the San Francisco Giants. Said, look out for Ramirez. He has a very high ceiling and will no doubt be in the big leagues in future years. So big raps on a young man. Barely had a rookie ball, from my understanding, and but he's put us some good numbers, good frame, good speed, bit of pop, and as I said before, smooth glove.
Ramirez out of the Dominican Republic. Zua in Dominican Republic goes inside and walks in the first run of the night. Coming home to score will be Witherspoon. As Ramirez walks to first, bases remain loaded, 2 down for the Heat. Bottom of the first, now 1-0 to the Heat.
Really critical for Riley to jump out of this inning and get through it. Alex Hall obviously playing a bit obviously in club season, swinging the bat pretty well, probably mid 400s at the moment in club season. So not the guy you want to face in this right situation.
Over in Sydney, the game in progress. The Aces lead the Sydney Blue Sox, so they head to the bottom of the ninth, 4-2 in that one.
Interesting season. It starts the last night. We was the reigning champs in Melbourne. Thought that they're probably going to jump out early with the talent of Dan McGrath on the bump.
Yeah.
But Sydney put on a big spot. So I think 2 runs and 7 runs, I think, to really just open it up and shock probably the rest of the ABL competition to jump out that quickly.
It's actually reasonably hard this year to have a sort of down on strikes goes Alex Hall. So good job for Riley Moore to get out of that jam. The bases loaded jam, strikes out Alex Hall, and we are through 1 complete here at Empire Ballpark. It is the Perth Heat 1 leading the Brisbane Bandits 0. We'll take a quick break. Be back for more right after this. Welcome back to Empire Ballpark. The Heat and the Brisbane Bandits. Dylan Unsworth back at work. Top of the second. 1-0 for the Heat. This is Carl Hosky, the centre fielder. So the Bandits arrived, to pull the curtain back, so the game time was 7:30 local, and the Bandits arrived about 5:25, so 2 hours. Had to go through obviously temperature checks and various COVID protocols at the airport, and straight in and straight into action as down goes Hosky.
Yep, slight due 5:05, slightly delayed on the incoming flight. obviously temperature checks, but also just COVID-safe practice of the airline. So single file as they exited the plane, in slow formation as they left. So that takes a little bit longer, but
just saw Andy Kyle come over to have a chat to Guillaume, who will pitch the next, imagine, third inning for the Bandits. Also Russell Teachman, who's the manager for the Bandits this evening.
sitting 10 o'clock, he's telling me sitting at 10 o'clock a.m. in Brisbane, in the office in Brisbane Bandits HQ, and gets a tap on the shoulder from Mark Reddy. So
time to go.
grab your gear, grab with the jerseys, grab the hats, get on the plane, and off they went. So didn't think he was going to be in Perth as this time.
It's pretty amazing. I mean, even in non-COVID times, it's pretty phenomenal to kind of get this, logistically make this happen. But with limited flights and flight prices, it's unreal. As
probably and on that formation of the roster, I think to sort of bit of background, there's always been 8 players from the Brisbane squad or from Queensland baseball that put their hand up to join the Canberra Cavalry already. That were going to be topped up with 9 players from New South Wales. Obviously, with the restrictions coming to Perth, and some of those players had also been playing with the Canberra Cavalry, which also made them, at risk, as according to WA state government rules and regulations and laws. Water that back meant the 8 players from Queensland were still available to come. 4 guys extra joined on overnight, and they've come with 12 players instead of the prescribed 8. So